What is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and finally, I am back on the green screen, baby. Yeah, so here, here I am in all this glory. But anyways, today we're here to talk about, well, actually, the raids are not here yet, of course, but we're almost there. We're almost there now. I am recording this video late on Sunday night, so it hasn't rolled over at least to my daily, my new daily objectives for Monday. But basically, we should, if people are in a full guild, you should be able to launch a Mines of Moria raid for Tuesday at some time. Because I think that my guild's going to need the raid keys from Tuesday in order to launch. And hopefully that things will be okay then. Now, in terms of, when everyone gets their stuff in, I don't know. So hopefully there's going to be some video that comes out on Tuesday regarding the raids. That's my intention, is to put out some footage of my first time going through the raids with my roster. I've kind of gone over my roster a little bit. I might kind of showcase another one. Probably not any time. But I've done this in previous videos. Go check out the last couple of videos on my channel. Where I went over basically what I'm doing with my raids. Today, though, I want to talk a little bit. We might get some time to talk about that, but I wanted to talk about Gear 9 and Gear 10. They are available now on Lord of the Rings or LotR.gg, and I kind of want to go over these, especially with some of the big characters that a lot of us have. The Ironhide trolls, the Elrohirs, and kind of see how the Gear 9 and 10 stack up, and whether or not it actually matters over things like star rank, especially now that, we've had this for almost a week. I'm sure you guys have had some time, especially in the arena, to, go over and fight some of these teams where, people may be running 6 or 7 star characters. This is the reason why I brought Strider back into my arena meta, because he's 6 star and he's kicking a lot of ass right now. Okay, I had to do a little bit of an edit. I don't know what the heck happened there, but my camera just disappeared on me, which is kind of stupid. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Anyways, we were talking about how 6 and 7 star characters are making a significant wave in Arena. Now, I am in Gold 1, but I am seeing the occasional, different team. I'm occasionally seeing a Rohan. Actually, you just saw it over here a little bit. Where was that? The Rohan coming back in again. So the Rohan 3... plus Strider and Ironhide. This was like the original arena meta pre Elrond and pre Rivendell. So I imagine that they have 29k power. I imagine they have 6-7 star characters, and that's why they're using that. And I have gone against some of these, and there has been some instances where I have lost, because the stats, from a 6 and 7, especially a 7-star character, is just through the goddamn roof. And it's so crazy. Now, this is a big gripe that I have, obviously, because I can't see that. I can make if you watch one of my previous videos, you can make a little bit of a judgment call, a little bit based on what you see here. But honestly, I have no idea. Are they 5-star, 6-star, 7-star? I honestly don't know, and I don't like the mystery game. I would rather be able to see this like I can see in Marvel Strike Force. I'm pretty sure that I heard that you can also see this now in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, so I don't see why this is not possible, and it would make things a lot better, so I know exactly who I should be wasting my arena attack on, using my arena attack on, and not wasting it on a team that I'm probably not going to beat. But that's just a gripe that I have. So if you're ready to go, everyone, let's boil this down. Okay, so we're here. This is LotR.gg, a great resource site if you haven't used it yourself. Now, this is Gaz Ironhide. We're going to be taking a look at him first, because I want to take a look at it, and luckily that they do have the new kind of stat ranks here in terms of what to expect. And I do want to compare this actually to my Ironhide troll here. So he is level 60. He's 6-star. Not maxed out in his abilities, but anyways, he's gear 8, so this was the previous max in terms of what was available. And he's at 36,700 health at 6-star. And what's really interesting is here, it's kind of benched actually, I believe, still at 7-star, 7-star gear 10. So let's scale this back a bit here on the edit page on the right-hand side. Hopefully I can click, down here. So let's go scale this back to gear tier 8, because I just want to take a look at, with 7-star, what am I missing? So let's take a look again. So 45,000 health on the right hand side here, and about 3,100 damage. So if I get an upgrade of 7-star, I'm looking at like an 8,000-ish health upgrade and about 500 damage. That represents like over 20%. You know, now I know that the star ranks are it's multiplicative, but not with the gear. It has to do with the base stats. So while it is a doubling of the base stats, it's not a doubling overall. It's not like taking this and multiplying it by 2. That's not how the math works on the star ranks. But regardless, it's, you know, it's basically a seen value of about 20% in the health, and even in the damage category, it's about that as well. So you're seeing that's still a significant improvement, though, and the reason is because obviously, and I, you know, just for sake of argument, I'm going to scale this back to 6-star because that's what my character is, so I can kind of see it where my character is right now. This is going to be a gear tier 8, and that's why I want to check, and you can see the stats. Actually, it's almost pretty. It is identical, in fact, so it is right. And so I want to take a look at that, but I want to take a look at what's going to happen when I add in gear tier 9 or 10. Now, the biggest issue, of course, is that we know this is not going to come easy, right? There's a few reasons for that. One is the unique items which you need. I mean, that's one of them, which for Ironhide is the chisels. Fun fact, which I learned the other day, there is a special offer where you can buy 20 of these. You could buy these in a hidden offer. They are available in a hidden offer, and they're actually, maybe you can see on the screen. Sorry, you can't see on the screen. It's $13.99 Canadian or $10 US down here. Limit 99. You can buy them as many times as you want. And so these are normally found in a variety of different places, either your supply store and your main supply store. Some of them are in the arena store, and some of them are in the challenge tokens. I was keeping track of these actually in my own little spreadsheet, but you need 8 of these for a character, especially to go from gear 8 to gear 9. That's just one thing that's bottlenecked in the way. The other thing is actually these crystals, or I'm sorry, not the crystals, the essences, which are huge, which you're only going to be able to find in the raid store and one time in the Sam Gardner's Journey, which you get 5 of them. It's actually enough to get one character to gear 9 if you do all of that. I don't have it done, but then there you are. Otherwise, you're having to buy these for mithril tokens. We already went over this in a previous video, how goddamn insane it is that you have to pay 75 mithril coins, or I believe what's equivalent to, was it 5 Gandalf shards for one of these essences. I believe that you can get almost 10 Gandalf shards for these two. Like, it's a crazy comparison. Anyway, so this is the only place that you can get it. It's not in the guild chest. It was confirmed it's not in the guild raid chest. It's only here. And probably paid offers, you know, eventually. So it's going to be super, super slow, which makes it seem like this is not even a huge priority. But for sake of argument, let's just take a look at how it impacts at least Ironhide. So he's got 36,736 health. I normally look at health and damage. Like, those are the main indications to me. So let's bump him up from gear tier 8 to gear tier 9. Let's keep an eye on that kind of damage too. The stats there. So it goes up to 39,000. 2,747. That's not even the 7-star, right? And they did say that, you know, star ranks is going to make a significant difference to their overall stats. Like, it is the number one biggest indicator of their stats is going to be the star ranks. So getting 6 or 7 stars is going to be huge. So that was about like 2,300 health. Okay, so that wasn't even like 10%. Let's bump it then up to 10 and see where it sits. So 39,000 to about 41.7 thousand. Now, I haven't done the spreadsheet math. I didn't bother to do this. So we're kind of just looking at it together here. But 41.7k and not even 3k damage, that is less than what 7-star was valued at. So let's scale this back to 7-star, gear tier 8. Because that's where the current cap is right now. Well, basically. And it's more. It's more. You have more health and damage on 7-star gear tier 8 than you do on gear tier 10 with 6-star. Now, the reason why I did that, of course, obviously the gear stats are additive, right? So that means it's not multiplicative to the star ranks. It's just flat numbers, right? When you see it here, you see 600 health and 44 damage. It's just stat improve. It's base improvements. Like, it's not being multiplied by the star ranks. That's not how this works. So the question is, to what deal is gear tier 9 and 10 over star ranks? Possibly. I would say not very much. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when we get to the point when we do start getting mithril raid coins, I don't think it's going to be in chapter 1, or if we do, it's going to be for the Krakens, for the people who I don't know, somehow can push their roster to get them. Otherwise, we're probably looking at chapter 2 and beyond. And for the Flat Gandalf shards. I think, actually, for those who care about Gandalf the Grey and the Fellowship, for, I guess, when those characters eventually become farmable, Legolas and Gimli, which actually, honestly might be by the time that we can start collecting Gandalf the Grey shards. I think it's better to do that. I think it's honestly better because the amount of mithril raid coins that you're going to have to expend in order to get one gear tier 10 character is going to be absolute insane. I've done the math on this already in terms of how many mithril raid coins you're going to have to obtain. And, it's honestly absolute. You know what? Just because I can and because I have it around here somewhere. Where is it? Lord of the Rings. I'm going to bring up the spreadsheet again. Just for those of you who don't remember me going over this, or maybe you didn't watch the video. So we have it over here on the left-hand side, and that's what I want to talk about. So 7 Gandalf shards is 105 mithril raid coins. You're basically spending 1 essence, which is 75 raid coins, for 5 Gandalf shards. And so you need a ton of these to upgrade to gear tier 10 from 9 to 10. I believe it's something like you can get 600 Gandalf shards or something crazy like this for 1 gear tier 10 character. Just for sake of argument, we can go through the gear list. Actually, we'll go through the gears because it does show gear tier 11, which we don't have. So if we go down here to the bottom from 8 to 9 for Gaz Ironhide, just for example, he needs 4 here, 4. Maybe he doesn't need as many. 4, 12. 12 essences. So 12 essences when 1 is equivalent to 5 Gandalf shards. That's not as much. That's like 60 Gandalf shards for Gaz Ironhide to tier 9. Other characters are a lot more, like Gandalf has, or sorry, like Elrond has a crap ton. And then gear tier 9 to 10, but it jumps significantly. 12 essences for 1 gear piece. Okay, so 12, 8, that's 20, 32, 36, 40, 52. Okay? 52 times 5. Let's just do this really quick. 52 times 5. 260 Gandalf shards to get Ironhide from 9 to 10. Why am I talking about all this? That's like 300 and something. Okay, so it's less than I said. But it would be more for characters like Elrond. So for Ironhide, it would cost about 300 Gandalf shards worth of essences to buy from the race store. The reason why I'm saying this is because, like, if you can get Gandalf to 6 or 7 star, like, he'll be fine at gear tier 8, because the differences in the stats, like we saw with Ironhide, was not significant enough to drown out some of these star ranks. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I guess this is kind of a bit of an absurd... It's both an absurd example, and I believe that their conversion rates for this is kind of absurd as well. I really hope that they give us more places to get purple essences, that we can maybe one day farm it on a campaign. Like, I don't know, maybe super slowly. Challenge store something, because they do have the blue ones, so I maybe that they will eventually put it in here for the purple ones as well. But it is a little bit crazy. Gear tier 9 and 10, not only is it inaccessible for the most part, it's also not worth it, because it's better just to spend your energy on things that you're already doing right now. I know you're not using energy to farm purple essences, and that's not really what I was getting at, but it was more that the importance of that 7-star chase is so important. It doesn't even matter who it is. Obviously, the marquees are not really available right now, but the characters that are farmable, the ones that I have said that are really important for you to focus on, your elves, some of your elves that are farmable, your Haradrim that might be really important coming soon, hint, hint. Wubete, Yefdu, and Robel are farmable. The elves, Fili and Kili, honestly, they're farmable as well. The Rohan characters, they're farmable. And obviously the 5 stars that you get every day for Strider, because mine is wherever the hell he is. He's on his way to 7-star. I'll have him at 7-star in like 40 days. Or whatever, 210 divided by 5, something like that. So about 40-ish days. And, and so these characters that you can actively farm to get to 6 and 7-star are just going to be so amazing that it doesn't matter if they're geared to 10. Obviously, that adds to the stats that they'll have. But the amount of difference is what I'm trying to get at with the star ranks is astronomical. That the gear tier at this point doesn't actually make a significant difference but the star rank does. So that's what's really important. Keep going with your farm, everyone. Let me know what you're up to in the comments down below. What teams are you focusing on? I'm still trucking along with the same characters. The ones that are harded are characters that I'm, with the exception of Ugluck, I'm actually not doing a lot with him. But I am shard farming a lot of these other characters. Ubete, Robel, Yeftu, Elrohir, Ironhide, the dwarves, and the Rohan characters. Those are like some of my active farms that I'm doing right now because I'll eventually want to build them. So that's the end of this video, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday at some stage when I get to my raid footage, when I'm able to launch that, and so we can get some first looks there on the Mines of Moria for those of you who are chomping at the bit, waiting to get to some of that. So until next time, everybody, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.